Hello, everybody. Welcome to God Talk and Midnight Confessions. Father John here with you tonight, and I'm here to hear your confessions, help you cleanse your soul. So I wait here at the confessional in St. Luke's Church. In part with our Blessed Mother, Mary of the Perpetual Agony. So I wait here for my first confession of the night here on the Midnight Confession. If you feel you need to get some sin off your soul, to release that guilt, to be free, to rid yourself of the shame, come on in. Have your confession. Get resolved. Hello, sir.
Hi, Brother John. How are you?
It's Father John tonight
I see.
at Midnight Confessions.
And my midnight confessions.
Oh, sing it, sister.
And I'm telling the world that I love you.
Well, you don't sound like you need to confess anything tonight.
I don't know if I do or not. Maybe if I hear somebody else do it, they'll remind me of something I didn't. Yeah.
Oh, come on now. Be the courageous one. Be the courageous one. Be my first confession for the night.
Oh my goodness.
I'm here to give you and resolve you of your sins. Is that the word? And you see, I'm all set for you, sister.
Oh my goodness.
I got the collar on.
That's fantastic.
There you go. I got my cross.
Oh boy.
And I got my holy Heineken right here.
That's
Okay.
the most important part.
So I'm here,
Yeah.
I'm here to resolve you of your sins and your shame, sister.
I see.
I am.
Oh, I'm glad that you've created this space for all of us to do that.
Not a problem. I know that the soul needs cleansing once in a while, it all builds up, and sometimes we're afraid to even cry. But tonight is your opportunity.
Yep, gotta come clean.
Gotta come clean. Before me, God, and all the world through Google Hangouts.
That's right. What better way? We should say hi to Ruben.
Yes, hi, brother Ruben. Ruben, sorry. Forgive me, brother. How are you doing tonight?
I wonder if there's an online gaming community.
Ruben, I don't know if you're good. That's good.
Probably not.
I think I'm going to have to hear your voice. If you want a confession, if you need, to be resolved and cleansed, come on, camera, my brother. I don't think that's gonna happen though. But anyway. So what is on your mind, sister? Father John here to assist.
Nothing really in particular. I didn't even know that you had it all set up like this. But as soon as I knew you were having a hangout, I was like, I'm there.
Well, funny thing, this came about through a little inspiration from, well, not inspiration, but a little encouragement, and I hope he comes in tonight. We were just in a hangout a couple weeks ago, and I said, you know what, it'd be a cool idea to have like a confessional online.
Yeah.
I told him I'll do the whole dress up and everything. Sophie said, I'll be there, man. I'll definitely be there. So
Oh, wow.
I know it's a little short notice, but
Hopefully he does show. That's pretty funny.
in the spirit of Halloween and the Day of the Dead that is coming.
That's true. You know, there really are telephone confessions, though.
Telephone confessions, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you think that really counts?
Oh, yeah.
Well, in this denomination, it doesn't count, sister.
Okay, you got to teach me all of the dogma and the rules and the regs.
You know.
So.
There we go.
In the Church of St. Google.
Yes. How are we justified?
In the Church of St. Google. No calling. You must come here like you are.
Okay.
And confess.
Yes.
Audibly.
Uh-huh.
My line of vision. I need your confession.
So we have to be on camera. Okay.
You're here talking to me, I guess.
Wait. I'll put on my camera because I think I do have a confession. So just a moment. Let me see if I can get this to work. Okay.
Confession from Gretchen.
I know. Okay, so look at this. See, this is my confession. I am not wearing a head covering right now, but I have a good excuse.
Wait a minute, Gretchen. Wait. We forgot. I'm sorry, sister, but we forgot the formalities. You have to say, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. My last confession was.
Bless me, Father John. What was it? Wait. Bless me, Father John, for I have sinned. My last confession with you was never.
Perhaps not with me, but maybe another brother.
Oh, I should be so lucky. But
go on, my sister.
But I just washed my hair, and so I was letting it air dry. And it's still, I can't like put anything over it because then it won't, it won't dry. So I'm not wearing a head covering. So, yeah.
Because you washed your hair.
Right.
So are you giving excuses, sister, for your sin here?
Yes, but I'm hoping that they're explanations because I didn't want to have to use a towel.
Didn't want to use a towel.
Well, I guess that's what some people do.
It can be much trouble to put that towel on your head. I know.
Well, and then how am I going to get the headphones over it?
Yes, I know.
I thought, okay, I
you
probably
suffer from some impatience there, right? Impatience.
Oh, you're right. I guess that's true. But and pride because I want to be showing myself, on a thing, right? But see, I thought because it was just a hangout that I was going to be like, I don't have to worry, I won't have to show because it'll just, But apparently, I did.
More than a hangout. This is more than a hangout, sister.
This is serious. This is serious business.
Yes.
Yeah. I got.
You are my first.
Hopefully not the last.
You are my first.
Oh, well, I'm so honored.
Have confession. You are my first, Gretchen.
Oh, wait a moment. Wouldn't you have to give me, like the Church of Google, St. Google's name? Like, what's my Church of St. Google's name? Like, so you get to rename me. So.
Oh, I get to rename you. Oh,
yeah.
You're here for baptism into the Church of St. Google?
I guess so. Sure. I just didn't know, but now that I know, I am gung ho. And see, I got my water ready right here.
Well, baptisms take place on Sunday, and that will be after we have Mass.
All right.
Okay, so
I'll have to
we'll
wait
have to make an
then.
appointment.
Very
Okay.
good.
And we can baptize you, give you
Good.
a new name,
Okay.
give you even a nice fancy certificate,
And will it be
and
registered with the headquarters and everything?
I will register it with the Vatican, and it'll only cost you $300.
That's it?
$300, yeah. We're pretty, this is the Church of St. Google. It's not like we lack
Oh.
any funds,
But I thought you were going to say 1,000 after the 300, so I thought it was going to be like 300,000. But
Perhaps if you'd like to give an additional donation, Sister Gretchen,
I should at least.
and we will take this into consideration for your future confessions here at St.
Very
Google.
nice. That sounds really good.
Mm.
Then I can pay off the ones that I don't want to confess and then be absolved of them.
Perhaps.
Yes, yes.
We'll take this week by week.
Okay.
See how you progress.
Yeah.
See if you have a little bit more patience so you can put that towel on your head
That's right.
and
That's
not
right.
worry so much about coming on here on Google Hangout.
Yes. I have to get rid of that pride that made me want to do
It's
that.
just pride. It's the beginning of the fall, right?
I see it. You're right. I forgot.
Yes.
So
You
what?
need to read your Bible more too, Sister Gretchen.
That's what it was. You're so right. Have you figured out what my new name might be?
No, that will be discussed, and after your 50% deposit.
Oh, see, I'm rushing ahead again. I'm being impatient.
You're being impatient. So
Oh my
you
goodness.
work on that. Your patience with your hair. Don't worry. Have a towel ready. Perhaps
Okay.
schedule yourself better.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll prepare more. I'll prepare.
So for this very small venial sin, all I would need from you in your time after you leave the confession
Mhm.
is just a couple of our fathers, and
That's it?
yes, well,
Well,
I'm not sure. I think the spirits tell me you have more to confess.
I
So,
probably do, but I'll have to come back after I do the Our Fathers, okay? And then maybe I'll have the courage to do it then.
I see.
Oh my goodness.
I'll let you slide this time, Sister Gretchen.
Thank you.
You're my first.
Of course.
This is, I need a little learning curve here myself,
Yeah. Did you notice that Reuben had a suggestion that I would be Gretel?
Gretel.
Yeah.
We call your, would we call your husband Hansel?
Yes, definitely. That makes all the
There you
sense in the
go.
world. And as you recall, he is a deist.
Is he?
Yes.
Are you classifying him that, or
No, he will say, I am a deist.
he's embracing deism, huh?
Oh, he's always been a deist.
Well, here at St. Google, we're pretty liberal on our views.
Oh, so you won't make me divorce him?
No.
Thank
That would
you. Good.
No.
Yeah. That
As
would
long
have
as
been tragic.
you can live in peace, right?
Oh, sure.
As long as he had peace with you.
Yeah.
He may not be a full believer being a deist, but
That's
he's,
okay.
he's halfway there.
That's fine.
And we have to have patience.
That's right.
There you go.
And I love him, and he loves me, and we've got kids.
God is love.
So, it's all the reasons to stay together, right?
So you sure you have no other confessions?
Like I said, I have to work up my courage with those Our Fathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Meditate on that. I'm going to
Okay.
send out another invite. See if anyone else needs a confession.
Sounds good. I'm gonna back out of the camera since I'm off the confessional now.
Okay. Go say your two Our Fathers
Thank you.
and come right back. I would love to talk with you. Well, let's see if we can get anyone else here. See who else is brave enough to give a confession tonight at St. Google's. Come on, Frank. I know you're out there, Frank. Come on in. Say your confession. I have a viewer out there. Viewer, would you like to come on in? Put something in the question and answer if you'd like to come in. I have the question and answer app open. I think we have Yuri out there. Yuri's watching. Come on in, brother Yuri. Brother Yuri, I know you're out there. I think you have an invite as well. I'll send you a personal invite, Yuri. We love you, Yuri, here at St. Google's. Can barely see in this confessional.
So I had a question just of catechesis kind of nature. What is the feast day of St. Google?
The feast day of St. Google.
Yeah, when is the feast day of our St. Google?
You know what? Today is the feast of St. Google.
Beautiful. 24.
That's it.
Of October.
We're October 25th here.
Ah, okay.
So October 25th is the feast of St. Google. There you go.
I like Reuben's answer because then it would be every 4 years. 29th of February.
February 29th.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cute. So is there any special thing that we do on the Feast of St. Google that distinguishes it from all the other feasts?
Well, of course, if you want to participate in the Feast of St. Google later on and for the rest of the week, including if you want to attend the church parties, you know, for Halloween and the Day of the Dead or All Saints Day, as they call November 1st.
Right.
We start here with the confessions.
Ah, so it prepares us.
That's it.
I see.
That's right. You want to cleanse yourself of your sins from the past year, so then you can now celebrate with the holidays and start sinning all over again on a clean slate.
Perfect. Especially if you're going to be able to make a payment of some kind, and then that helps. That makes it a lot easier.
The bishop don't like us smoking in the confessional, but I don't care.
Well, that can be your confession then.
He threatened to put smoke alarms in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna go too well.
Well,
gonna make a lot of noise in the cathedral.
You know what, too, is unless he's gonna be like a stewardess about it and say, if you tried to tamper with any of the anti-smoke devices in the lavatory,
I'm gonna get a fine.
Plane, that you'll get a fine.
It might be a whole lot of Our Fathers and Hail Marys I'll be saying.
That's right. So, oh boy.
Me and you, okay? Don't tell the bishop.
Oh, okay. I'll collude with you. Yes.
All right. Collude with me. That sounds a little nasty.
Well, it's nasty business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
It is a nasty business.
Yes, it is a nasty business to collude with someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're intentionally just trying to deceive someone, aren't we?
It's also a profitable business for the church.
That's true. That's true. You gotta make the money somehow.
Yeah, attendance is low these days.
That's too bad. Low. Maybe that's why we really should consider the telephone confessions, because people think, what if I were to be able to text my confession? They text everything else. What if they were to text that, and then we could charge for that, and then that way we wouldn't be losing so much. Just, we're not charging for the confession. We're charging for the cost of what, is going to be the texting and all of that, and so we could make up the difference that way.
I don't know, sister.
Okay.
Because I think that's going to encourage a sin of slothfulness.
Well, but then they'll have more to confess, or they'll be able to confess that more often. That's still going to generate more cash flow. It's going to generate more cash flow.
I don't know, sister.
Yeah.
Maybe we can charge by the sin.
Ah, okay. So are all sins equal? Or... There's Yuri.
No, not all sins. Not all sins are equal. Hello, brother Yuri. How are you today?
Hello, brother John. Good.
It's Father John tonight.
Oh, Father John. Sorry.
Yes. See, I have the let me get a little closer. I have the collar, and I have my cross. Okay, and I got my holy headgear on. Okay.
You're behind a fence.
No, this is the confessional. I know some people, they feel like it's a fence, it's a boundary, it's a wall between us, but this is for your privacy. Maybe you feel funny kind of looking at me in the eye, as you confess your deep dark secrets. So this helps you.
So we're supposed to make confessions today.
Yes. Would you like to make a confession tonight?
On air.
On air, yes.
I'm not Catholic.
You bear your soul. Well, you came to me, brother. You came to my confessional.
Yeah, I came to listen.
Oh, you want to listen in on other people's confessions?
Yeah, I could do that without actually joining the hangout.
Yes,
Thanks
you
for
could
the
do
invite,
that.
though.
You could do that. You could do that. But I hear
No,
you
I'm
do
still-
go to... Yes, brother.
Sorry, I'm still at work here, so I can't actually do too much. I don't even know if you can hear me. I should probably go get my headset.
No, I hear you fine. God hears you too, Yuri.
So here I am again at work.
There he is.
In the dark house, middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm at work too, and I'm kind of in the dark also.
Confession.
Confession, yes.
Yeah, I gotta think of something. I don't know if I have anything to confess.
I lost you there.
Let me ponder that. I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll ponder that.
Don't forget
Let me finish up this measure.
Okay. Finish up your measure. Measure your conscience now.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut out, but it's getting late enough for my little boy. I got to put him to sleep. So.
Okay, Sister Gretchen. Now don't forget those two Our Fathers.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll discuss baptism.
Sounds good on Sunday.
And then we'll further and see how you're doing with your patience and everything. Okay.
Okay.
You have a blessed night.
Thank you too, Mother.
In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Oh, nice to see Gretch again.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I know.
She has her wild side.
Yeah, and her dirty side.
What time is it?
All right, I'm finished in that house.
You finished with that house?
Yeah.
Off to the next one, or are we going home?
Turn this around. Yeah, I got 2 more places to hit, and then I'm on my way home. If you're still on at that time, then yeah, I'll come back and join.
Not a problem. Not a problem. The doors of St. Google is always open to you, Yuri.
That I know. I don't want to tie up your live broadcast here with a lot of background noises and stuff.
You sure you don't have a confession for us tonight?
I might. I can't really think of one right now. I'm
Okay.
kind of
Perhaps on the
pretty
drive home.
kind of tell everybody everything. I'm pretty open
Mm.
about my life. Like a confession means like what, something that you're hiding from others, or something that you're not proud of, or a sin, or like what are you trying to confess? You're trying to
Whatever's
confess that you
troubling
did a
you,
good deed?
whatever's troubling you on your mind today. Maybe you feel
Too
like
much
you've
work.
sinned against the Lord.
Too much work. That's troubling me.
Too much work.
Yeah,
Well,
every
you know,
day.
God did say to rest on the seventh day.
Oh
So
man, I rest on the
hopefully,
6th day.
so you rest on the sixth day, huh?
Yeah, every Saturday I'll take off.
Mm. But yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want the beeping of my truck to startle
Well,
you.
we
I
do
guess
have
I'm driving
masses.
now.
We do have masses on Saturday night for those who cannot make it on Sunday. I know there's a lot
Are
of
those a Jewish, like a Jewish mass?
no, it's not a Jewish mass. Saturday night.
Somebody celebrates or goes to church on a Saturday. I forget who.
Yeah, there are some denominations that do that. The Seventh-day Adventists do that. Jehovah Witnesses, I believe, do that as well.
Grab my headset here.
Reuven corrected me. Thank you, brother Reuven. Jehovah Witnesses do Sunday. But I guess if you look at a calendar, Saturday is really the seventh day, right?
That depends on what day you start at. If you use the calendars app on
I guess it all depends
mobile,
on what calendar
you
I'm
can
looking at too.
set start date to anything, right? Set it to Monday, set it to Sunday.
I know calendar I'm looking at. First day is Sunday.
Hey, Wolf,
Hello, brother Wolf.
got your invite. You're too early though. I can't actually join your hangout. Sorry. Still working.
Wolf has a hangout tonight as well. Wolf, are you there? Brother Wolf.
What's up?
Hello, brother Wolf. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How about you, man?
I'm doing fine. I am blessed. You came here for confession?
I'm pretty sure you're deist. I'm pretty sure your God doesn't care about confessions.
Well, tonight it's Father John, and we're having midnight confessions.
It's not for the vibe where I am, so I don't think I wouldn't qualify it as midnight.
Well, we're a little over midnight here. What time is it by you? Brother Wolf?
What's up now?
What time is it by you?
9:35.
9:30, you said?
Oh wow, you're way on the West Coast, as far as you can go.
So he'll get his confession in early tonight.
Ira, you want to take a stab at this one?
Sorry, I'm just looking for my headset. It's in my truck somewhere. I put the phone down.
Mm. So what's on your mind, Wolf? Brother Wolf?
Let's see here. I'm thinking of probably of expanding on my spirituality now that I mention it.
Sounds like a good thing. Everyone must find their path. Care to elaborate?
Yeah, probably I'm looking into the experiences of what Bruce Lee went through.
Mm. I don't think I recall what Bruce Lee went through.
Well, not what he went through, but his influences. That's what I mean. Like of Taoism, Buddhism, and some Hindu, some type of Indian philosophical influence as well. I mean, I remember what it was, but I can't describe it though. Like the name.
Well, we embrace the East and what they have to offer.
Say that again.
I said we embrace the East and the beliefs of the East. We understand here at St. Google that they're on their path.
Right.
Come on, Brother Wolf, play along.
You're using that with some type of like paint thing or something.
Are you talking about this screen?
Yeah.
Mm. That is Manycam.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And I dim the lights, dim my display, and have some candles here. Hope I don't burn down the cathedral. How was your day today? Oh, he left. Brother Wolf left. I know it's tough sometimes to bare your soul. But I'm glad to hear he's on a spiritual path. I see we have 2 viewers out there. Come on in if you want to come in to Midnight Confessions. Let me know in either the comments section of the event page. We have a question from Ask an Atheist. Why did God invent the internet? Well, I don't believe God exactly invented the internet. I would say
Yeah, I don't think so either. But he allowed man to invent it.
I believe it was Al Gore who invented the internet, right? Perhaps he got some assistance from God.
Inspired by God.
Since everything comes from God.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question. Ask an atheist.
I would say to bring about the end times.
He invented the internet to bring about the end times.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have the end times until you have the internet and a world government and all that, and instant communication.
Yes, some would interpret the scriptures as such, yes.
Well, because then you just have a local end time, right? Like we're in a city end time or village. Like you need a global thing, so you need a global communication system.
Perhaps. But, you know, God can do all things. Nothing is impossible with God. He doesn't need the internet to get his message across. That's why he gave us the church.
So I couldn't find my headset.
Oh, I hear you fine.
I got the earplugs in, or the big set.
Still have a couple of viewers. Maybe perhaps you want to come on in. Let me know. I see Fiction Fighter is out there. Fiction Fighter, he says in the comments, just got in from work, so you want to hear confessions? As if people are going to confess to evil deeds online in public. LOL, you wouldn't want my horrible deeds of the past. Haha, I'm a good little atheist now. Hee hee, better person than I was as a Bible-thumping sheep. Well, if you just want to come in and say hello, Fiction Fighter, you're more than welcome.
Well, I got a confession to make.
We have a confession.
I downloaded a new app, a meditation app, Headspace.com. Sorry to advertise, I guess, on your thing, but it's kind of useful. I like it. It like kind of teaches you how to meditate or get in touch with your spiritual self. And kind of.
And what's the name of this app?
Actually, I actually have to probably switch the Hangout to see it, and it might like kick me out. But it's at headspace.com. That's the webpage. It's kind of
Headspace.
A circle. Yeah.
At headspace.com?
www.headspace.com.
Oh, you gobbled up a little bit there. At headspace.com. Okay. I see you're driving. Definitely don't want to distract you on the road.
No, I'm at another place, I think. I'm on the road anyway. Just got to check the address. 3, 4.
So you want to confess? So you want to confess that you downloaded an app? How do you think that's a sin?
I downloaded it, and I'm not. You said not to confess things. I downloaded it, and I'm day 3, and it's actually kind of nice. They say when you meditate, you're supposed to look at yourself from an outside perspective somehow. But it's just not all that easy to do if you don't know what you're doing. So it kind of teaches you how to observe a service. I don't know. It's a cool little app. I liked it. And I'm trying to use it every day.
Yes, I've tried meditations like that. Be in a state of kind of centered stillness and imagine yourself looking at yourself.
Yeah, kind of get out of yourself for a minute so that you're not all worked up with your own thoughts and stuff. Observe your own thoughts.
Well, though, you'll still be thinking. They'll still be your thoughts.
Yeah, but you can see them from a different perspective. I've been trying to do that for a while anyway, and I've been having trouble trying to reason, how do I do this? Wow.
It'll take some imagination, I guess.
It's teaching me. I think it's a good exercise anyway. So, like, if you're angry or sad or whatever, it's not you that's sad. You should be observant of that situation, but the sadness or anger or whatever doesn't make you up, you know? So that's kind of what it's about, you know, what Sheik is doing, Eric.
He's not in the room.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
Mindfulness. That's what it is.
Oh, yes, I've heard Eric talk about that. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the word.
Mindfulness. Good stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm looking for this address.
So were you getting impatient while downloading this app?
While downloading it?
Yeah. Well, it's not really. Well, you're here to confess something, a fault or a shortcoming.
Well, I suck at doing this. I horribly suck at putting aside 10 minutes a day just to kind of do, for myself.
Mm.
So this is kind of putting me on a schedule. I need an outside influence, otherwise I won't do it myself.
Oh, I see. So like the app kind of notifies you when it's time to kind of get into a meditation state.
Yeah, you can set a schedule and all that
Mm.
to help you out for things like that. Every time I try to do something myself, I'll do it for a day and then just stop. So I don't have anybody in my life to actually do this or remind me. So the app is kind of cool, I thought.
There you go. Perhaps you share the app with somebody else, and maybe you can help each other out.
I should probably share it with Sheik.
There you go.
He's the one who mentioned that word, mindfulness, to me.
Mindfulness.
Okay.
But it sounds like you're trying.
Yeah, trying to quiet the mind a little bit, to get into the spiritual side a little bit here and there.
Well, that's good to hear. We have Brother Cerberus in the room. Brother Cerb.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing okay, I guess.
Doing okay. You sound a little doubtful.
I don't know. I'm tired and I have to be awake for hours.
Oh, so you can't even go to sleep now, huh?
Yeah.
You're at work?
Yep.
Yep. Well, that's good. See, now you're making me yawn, but you're more relaxed.
Aha. So I had a question. What
Yeah.
kind of sins are we talking about here?
Whatever you might seem, maybe troubling you. Whatever's convicting you in your heart, in your mind. Anything searing your conscience.
Well, if it's like a personal sin, I can't really think of anything.
It's kind of hard if, what do you call a sin?
That was kind of my question. Like, are we talking about biblical sin? And if we are, what kind of biblical sin? What version of the different lists of sins? Talking about Buddhist sins or something similar to what a Buddhist might consider to be a sin?
Well, we have the top 10. We can start with those.
Which version of the top 10?
The movie version.
So, the Catholic Ten Commandments?
There you go. The Catholic 10 Commandments, if you like.
Okay, well, I mean, they believe you can commit the sin in the heart and you don't have to actually do the action. So, guilty of all of them.
Ah, you're guilty of all of them.
Yeah, they're kind of designed that way.
Hmm. Well, we're pretty liberal here at St. Google's. You know that, right?
Nope, I had no idea.
Yes, you have the top 10, and we have some venials like you know, like the Catholic Church teaches. Little white lies. Maybe you're impatient sometimes, short-tempered.
I don't really tell white lies. The best way to hide a secret is to tell the truth
Mm.
and make people think it's a lie.
Ooh.
Yeah, but don't you say you hurt people? Like, do I look fat in this? Yeah. I don't tell lies.
I don't think I've ever had anyone ask me that. Like, seriously. Anyway.
It's an example question, right?
We have somebody who's requesting to come in for a confession, and we have a atheist brother out there. I'll send you a link. Should be in my circles. Oh, there we go. Ask an atheist. Come on in, my brother. I'm sorry I interrupted something. What were you saying, Yuri? That's sin?
I was talking about white lies with Service there. He's like, I don't ever lie. Well, yeah, I guess I lie. Sometimes. Try not to hurt people.
That's the thing. You don't ever have to lie. You can just not answer.
Well, if they're directly asking you.
Yeah, I believe if you're trying to intentionally deceive somebody, that would be a
Yeah,
lie.
you are for their sake, though. Like, say you're throwing a surprise party for somebody, right? And you have to lie to them to get them there. If you know what I mean. It's another example.
I understand.
Can you be deceitful with the truth?
That's funny. Okay, so Eric wants to come in. I guess he's watching. Just asking for a link. Yeah.
My friend Sheik, I think no, don't put a link in the event page. He
No,
should have
I
got
meant
an
that
invite.
No, I thought I'd run it past you. You just send one to Eric.
I'll throw him an invite.
I mean, sometimes the invites take a few minutes before they get there.
I sent I believe he's in the circles. Should have got it before. It's been kind of tricky with this account too.
You've got a couple of Brother John accounts, though, don't you?
Well, yeah. I had to. No, well, the thing was, I had, my YouTube channel, and I changed the name to Brother John from Third Proverb. And then when they started the Hangouts, it's like I had to, I don't know, they gave me another name. It was like, start another name. I'm like, but it's the same email, Brother John at Gmail with a 3. And then that's when I had John Deist. And that account, that's where I could do the, the video calls and stuff. But this Brother John was already connected to YouTube, and I wasn't going to start a whole YouTube channel over when I had that one for so many years and so many videos are there. Yeah. So then I don't know. Then Google kind of got they were very strict about putting a name in there. Something because originally they wouldn't let me put in Brother John. So that's why I put John Deist. But now they seem to be allowing it now to put anything in there. So yeah.
Yeah, because nobody gets named with a 3 in their name by their parents.
No,
you
I
know?
actually was.
So,
I was actually putting in Brother John without the 3. Wouldn't take it. Even John Brother wouldn't even take that at first.
they were taken already?
No, they just wouldn't accept the name. This doesn't appear like it's a real name, you know.
Oh, they're filtered. Nice.
Yeah.
But the backwards number 3, or the backwards E being a number 3, that's acceptable.
No, what I'm saying is now they're accepting all sorts of names. Right? You get it.
They realize
I'm sorry?
people are from different countries, eh? They've probably been complaining,
I
"Well, it
don't
won't
know.
take my name."
I don't know.
It's really Yafukiru with the 2 Q's.
All these glitches. They didn't make you put in a real name when you signed up for Google Hangout?
I didn't have to.
They made me put in a last name.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, they had a first name and last name section, but they didn't make me give them my real name.
Oh, so you got by with
Well, yeah, but
Hex.
okay, they make you fill them out though. Like you have to put something in there, and these doesn't work. I tried.
So if I remember correctly, because it wouldn't take Cerberus Hex, but I put in John Doe, and then it didn't accept that, but it accepted Dodo. And then I changed the profile name afterwards.
Dodo. I don't know what happened with Ask an Atheist. He says that it is a sin to not give Ask an Atheist a link to this hangout. Well, I sent you an invite, brother.
Try sending them a direct share.
I did it right through here.
All
What do you
these
mean?
people that you're sending links to, why aren't they here?
I don't know. They got the invite just like you did.
Yeah, but from the invite, I couldn't get in. I actually had to boot up the Google Plus app, look at my notifications, and click join this hangout there. The event page you can't get in from. And the
No, you
calendar
can't
app
get
didn't let me in.
in. No, because I didn't want just anybody coming in.
Commented. Can I get the link? Come on, get it off your chest. So Sheik just commented.
Who?
Sheik.
Oh yeah.
Eric.
I sent you an invite. Check your notifications. As people check your notifications. Should be a link there. Join Hangout.
Okay, I'll invite him. There, I sent him a link. Hey, Ruben. I can't see anything unless you talk. So.
Well, he hasn't said anything for a while. So you need absolution, Brother Cerberus?
Are you qualified?
Yes.
By all means,
Qualified.
continue.
By the Church of Saint Google.
Okay. I mean, it is their motto. Don't be evil.
Don't be evil. There you go. Do no harm. He hasn't said anything for a while. See, I'm qualified. I got my collar. Let me see.
So there he
I
is.
have my collar.
Maybe he got my invite.
I have my cross.
Yeah, the
And I have my holy hat.
The invitation was just to view.
Yeah, that's right. That's the same thing I got. Invitation was to view.
We have Brother Sheik in the house.
I'm not Brother Sheik. I'm Uncle Fester.
Well, you're my brother.
I'm your cousin. I'm your cousin, third removed through marriage on your other side.
That might be a possibility.
But I'm not really an uncle's brother for the thing. All right, I'm confused. Totally confused.
Confused. Maybe it's because you have some unconfessed sins that you need to get off your mind.
Well, I sort of have some bad news for you guys. It's actually my bad news, but my dad has. But I just found out my dad has Alzheimer's.
I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, I just found out today, and it just fucking sucks. So bad.
Yeah, sorry about that, Eric. That's especially because it's genetic, right?
Yeah, well, it's in my family.
So that's why you're losing it there. Okay, that explains a lot.
I lost it from a bunch of things. Oh, yeah. I might be moving back to Detroit to help my mom.
Yeah, that's too bad. How old is your dad?
81.
What kind of prognosis did they give him?
Oh God, it's horrible. There's no it's the same prognosis for everybody.
Well, how many years?
Oh, I don't know. I knew that. I knew he had it. I just the hearing the diagnosis just sucks.
Oh, you saw some of the signs coming? You saw it coming?
Oh yeah. My dad didn't remember some things that he just should have remembered. And he just this has probably been going on for a long time.
Parents still together?
Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Well, hopefully she'll be a support to him.
Oh no, my mom will be a great support to him, but she's 77 years old too, so she only has so much energy, I literally have a stomachache from thinking about it.
That's understandable. It's your parents, it's your dad.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that.
I don't know if it's really hit me. Because I don't feel like crying. I feel like trying to understand what my feelings are supposed to be. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel what I expect to feel finding out that my dad's got an illness that will eventually kill him. Stop it. No. Oh, shit. That's what I need right now is a barking dog in my ear.
I don't think you're supposed to feel anything but what you're feeling.
I'm really not feeling anything. I think I'm just
numb.
I think I'm numb. I think that's a good word for it.
Because in some ways you feel like you lost them already.
No, I don't know what I feel. I just don't know what I feel. I don't feel that. I feel like, I don't know what I feel. I can't put it into words, what I feel. I don't feel like I lost him already. I don't know. I'll probably get much more in touch with it tomorrow. And I have to read about Alzheimer's to know what to expect. And find out what kind of treatments there are and any advancements, because I think there have been some advancements as far as helping people maintain their cognitive abilities for at least longer.
imagine some kind of diet would help as well.
Be careful
Well,
doing that.
he's a diabetic, so his diet is already really regulated.
Be careful doing that, Eric. Researching a disease could scare you or lead you down.
Oh
a
no,
rabbit
it
hole.
won't. It won't, dude. I had cancer and I had to research it. So my dad had cancer, my mom had cancer. When it comes to an illness, you got to face what's what. You know, if you don't face it, then you're just deluding yourself. And it
Watch
doesn't
what
help
you read,
anybody.
though. They don't like. There's a lot of probably false cures out there and stuff.
Oh, I'm not. I don't buy into false cures, dude. I'll go to like
How do you know what's going to be a false cure?
I'll go to like the Mayo Clinic website or something, and I'll find doctors in Chicago and give one a call.
Yeah, that's
Geriatrics.
My best friend, he was sharing some of the similar, same thing kind of going through with his dad. He saw the touches of Alzheimer coming on. And then he had oh man, I forgot what it was. It was something that happened right overnight, and he's in his I guess mid-70s.
That's kind of young well, I guess it's not young, but it's. My dad is such a young 81 that it's crazy. That's the worst. That's the thing.
But he had some kind of stroke or something, and they now diagnosed him with some kind of dementia. I forgot the name what it was he gave me, and
well,
unfortunately
there's
his
a lot
father,
of different kinds of strokes. There's
Yeah.
also like these like electrical impulses that are sort of considered strokes, but they really are sort of a short circuit. Hey, come here, get out of there. It's sort of like the brain sort of short circuits very quickly.
And unfortunately, he aged. He said he aged years, overnight. So he's going through a tough time now.
Yeah.
His mom's alive, but now they're going through the process whether he can have like 24-hour care, or they're trying to decide whether to put him in a home, because it could be, even though his mother, and his father's wife was a registered nurse and stuff, but she's up there in age.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's what I was saying about my mom. That's why I was saying that. My mom just sucks. It is.
Do you have any other family near Detroit?
Yeah, my brother's there, but he's a dick.
Mm.
He'll do nothing.
Mm.
My brother's waiting for his inheritance.
Oh, good God.
I know. And you know what? I don't even want anything from them. I'm not close to my family, but it's my family still. It is what it is.
I'm pulling for you, Eric, man, if you ever want to just vent or whatever,
Well, I probably will at some point once I know more and once it starts to sink in.
Oh, Eric vents like every 3 minutes.
Well. Brother Frank is there in the room. Hi, Brother Frank.
Yeah, how you doing, Brother John?
Oh,
well, it's Father John tonight.
Okay. Shalom, Reuben.
Mm. You kind of give me the inspiration for this tonight. Remember?
Yeah. Actually, I still have to go, but this person that I know is going to take me to a place. So.
Frank, you might be a good person. I might ask you for some help. My dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I just today. So I'm like, these guys were asking me what I was feeling, or I was saying I'm not really feeling anything, and I'm not. But anyways, I wanted to figure out which of the major hospitals does the most research, or what universities do the most research. Do you know offhand? Who specializes in geriatrics?
The only place that I know
Is it Mayo?
Is Beth Israel and
Boston?
no, New York.
Okay, I'll find out.
Yeah, New York and Johns Hopkins, of course.
Johns Hopkins, that would be a good place to check.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Pendergrass there.
Okay. Well, yeah, as far as, the feelings that you get and things of that nature, I know there's a process going on, so.
Yeah, and I know it is too. I know I'm just not there yet, but
Mhm.
I also know that I have to if I don't become informed, my mom will be lost.
Correct.
Like my parents never have researched one thing in their life. They just turn it all over to the doctors, and that can't happen.
Correct. Well, definitely it's a great opportunity for, the family members to get together and
Yeah.
try to coordinate something.
Well, I think I might move back to Detroit to help my mom. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
It's not bad yet, but I know it's not going to get any better than it is, and it's going to slowly get worse. So, and I know my mom can't handle it because my dad is not a good person to have Alzheimer's because he already has anger issues.
Okay. Well, definitely, it gives the opportunity for you guys to be together and see you and definitely enjoy the time that you have.
Right. Oy. All of a sudden, my world got old. I don't mean today. I mean, like I turned 50 2 weeks ago.
Right.
My mom is, my friends are all older. All of a sudden, my friends have kids going to college. It's like fucked up. It's very fucked up. And I don't feel like I'm my age. I don't feel like I'm even close. I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
When you were saying that, kind of reminds me of a Rush song. There was a Rush song I'm trying to remember, but it kind of talks about what you're talking about.
What, Closer to the Heart?
No, it's a later song. It's maybe 90s. This song came out. But we get older. I don't think we get old, but
I have to stop denying that I'm getting older. I need to become an adult, and I'm not.
I'm trying to figure that one out too.
What does that mean?
You're what are you, 20 years younger than me?
Moving to Detroit and helping out your mother, that's an adult move.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I'm sort of assuming. I'm sort of just thinking out loud. It just sort of hit me a couple hours ago that I should probably consider that.
You might want to ask her first.
Oh, of course I would. But she'll say yes. My mom wants me to move it back anyways.
Does she cook?
Huh?
What kind of food does she cook?
Jewish food. I mean, my mom's a great cook, but
awesome.
That's not what I don't. Yeah.
I will look forward to that.
I don't. I'm not a foodie.
You're not a food.
Plus, I'm vegetarian, and yeah, I eat really basic.
You just eat to, it's because it's a necessity. It all tastes like straw, hey?
No, things taste good. It's just, it's not a big thing for me.
Yeah, I'm sure you have some friends back in Detroit. Are you going to go visit?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's good. Yeah, it's part of like this. I have my mom here. She's just turned 79.
Oh, so she's my mom's age.
She's a Brazilian woman. Gets out almost every day. She's up sunrise, makes her plans. But she's a couple of light bulbs short of a chandelier.
Yeah.
You know. And, I lost my dad when I was young. My dad
Oh, I
died.
didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. He passed when he was only 56. I was in my I was in my 20s. I was at work when I got the news too.
What, do you have a heart attack?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. He was a very introverted person, kept a lot of things inside, and you know, I think that attributed to it. And he was a smoker, liked to have his beer. But and he had a sedentary job too. So, but yeah, he had the three heart attacks, and the third one got him in his sleep.
He was asleep?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's kind of comforting, I would think.
Yeah. Well, actually, my mother woke up and he rolled off the bed. It was on the floor, and yeah.
Ooh, that's kind of a horror movie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine getting up to that? The panic. But mom's had a couple boyfriends since then, but she outlives
good.
them. She outlives them, and so the last time, and she was with my brother for a while, but it was a little chaotic because he has he had 3, 4 kids living at home. So we, told him we have room here, and so I went, which I'm glad for. At least I can, watch over her and stuff and make sure she's all right. But I guess my point is, I guess, the child becomes the parent now, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Kind of dreading when that happens. I don't want that to happen. It forces you to grow up and be an adult.
Yeah.
But it's not even that it forces you to be an adult. It forces you to deal with something that is not going to get better.
Yeah.
That's the part that's sort of the weight that I'm sort of grasping, is that for a while this is going to suck, and then he's going to be gone. And then I'm going to be old. I'll be the next in line.
At the time, I don't think losing him will be too much of a problem. Right? In that kind of state, it's almost a relief.
Well, it depends on what happens. I mean, I understand that, but losing your dad is not. I mean, he's my father. I mean, I don't want to lose my dad. There's nothing I can do about it. It's a powerlessness.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think losing somebody slowly is easier than losing somebody just suddenly?
No.
No. You kind of have time to deal with it, and you can say whatever you need to.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, actually.
Unsolved business, right? Especially if you had a fight or something,
Well, my dad and I hardly talk. I mean, I have to. That's a really good point that actually applies to me and my dad.
So you guys got some time there to clear up some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just reminds me.
One way to look at it.
When my father had his second heart attack, he was in the hospital and stuff, and it seemed like there was some resolved stuff with him and my brother, and I try to encourage my brother to talk to him, just share his feelings, and because you really don't want to live with regret, and I know I had to do that too, my brother. I mean, I was at the time very, very religious, and so of course I had a concern for his soul, at time. But at the same time, I expressed him because we used to get into arguments and stuff. But I used to express to him that it was really because I really cared about him. That I loved him, and like I said, my father wasn't one to really share his feelings. And it was difficult. It was a little difficult, but it really it it did create such a. It was a wonderful moment to tell him that, and and I think from looking in his eyes, him hearing it, um, was good. So yeah, I would definitely, and if there's you know any stuff there, tell him while he can still have some you know capability of hearing it and remembering it or whatever. But even just for you too.
No.
We all want to hear that we're loved and cared for. We all need a hug.
I would suggest making a bucket list of things to do with him.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah, quickly. So you don't know how many years then? Or
No, none of us know. Anyway, Yuri.
yeah. Oh,
None of us
I
know.
could crash and die right now. You're right.
Yeah.
Trying to find this last place and then go home.
In your 20s, you think you're invincible. Hey, you're gonna live forever. Yeah, and the older you get, and the closer I'm gonna be approaching 50 next year myself. So yeah, it's just another. You start to contemplate about it more. All we got is now.
Sweet, I got Google Maps directing me now, finally. I missed a turn. God damn. This place is a maze. All you got is now, so I mean, you got some.
What's that?
I was talking to Eric. You got some time there with your dad, at least. I mean, if it was just suddenly, like, I don't know, my dad's had a couple of strokes now. And,
Yuri, that's a good point. I really appreciate that, actually.
Yeah, and it's scary because he just, I don't know, suddenly vanished out of my life. Yeah.
It's like a little wake-up call, right, from life. A little sense of urgency now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of goes about their day without ever thinking about stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then suddenly, whack.
Mm-hmm.
The Royals won tonight.
That's something to confess.
Confessing you're watching baseball.
I'm not. It was just I saw it online.
2-1 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at a friend's house earlier. We were hanging out. and they were channel surfing, on commercials, and we were watching a little bit of the game. I have a confession. Even Father John here has a confession of tonight. Because what channel was it? I forgot what channel it was we were watching. They're having some kind of like Halloween marathon of movies. And what do you think I was watching? With my virgin eyes, we were watching Zombie Strippers.
Nice.
That's a crazy movie.
You got a
There
word.
it is. You got around to watching it, eh? It's funny.
You got a word sense of sin. I would think it'd be sinful not to watch that movie.
Oh. Well, they were falling out anyway because they're a little bit older than me. They're like, God, one is turning 60, the other one's like late mid-50s. So, and he gets up early for work, so he was like tired. So I didn't even get to watch the whole freaking thing because I don't remember. I don't think I ever watched it before. I like the accent of the. I guess she was like the madam. You remember the movie? I don't know what kind of accent she had. She was funny. Well, wait, I think a couple of messages here.
All right, finally found it here.
You have another stop? Yeah, I thought you were going home.
No, I'm doing this one last stop. Chalmers, finally.
Chalmers?
Chalmers Way.
Chalmers Way.
Yeah, finally here. I just gotta find the number and then measure it up and go home.
We have someone named Rinty. I never heard of this name. Rinty Arno watching. Hello, Rinty. If you want to come in, let me know. Send you an invite. Let me know through the event page or the Q&A.
I was in not in a hangout. I was following a thread a little bit earlier today about, there's a recording of Bristol Palin in her fight. They had that brawl in Alaska, the Palins. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea.
Sarah Palin's family got into a fight. They got into a drunken brawl at a bar. Yeah, this was a couple.
Sarah
weeks
was
ago.
there?
Yeah. She was yelling, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?"
Oh God, how could you not?
Right.
Yeah, everybody knows.
So, and the guys in this thread, they were talking about how this is just the Democrats and the libtards and this. I was like, do you guys have any idea how childish that sounds? It's like you're calling people names that you don't know anything about. And now that I've heard this about my dad, it's like even more astounding that people waste their time trying to make other people feel bad, like they're in third grade. And not only that, but they didn't let it go for like 24 hours. They kept doing it even when it was explained. And this one guy goes, "Oh, I thought you libtards were pro-women." And I'm like, dude, we're pro equal rights. It doesn't mean that we're going to make excuses for a woman if she gets into a fight in a bar. Are you fucking stupid? Ay.
Fresh talk. I came all this way. Stop.
And when I explained it to the guy, he still didn't understand it.
Yeah, I guess people in people in power feel like they're
I
above the
don't know
law.
if they realized how stupid they sounded. I don't know if they realized it. It just seemed like it might have been like something that they're so familiar with and used to. Stop. Stop it. No. Do you know what I'm saying? When people just are accustomed to their own rhetoric, I guess.
Yeah, most people are accustomed to their own rhetoric.
Myself too, probably.
I don't know. I'm sitting here and I can't think of a single feminist that I've met that calls themselves a feminist that I like.
I consider myself a feminist.
Oh man, don't do that.
Why?
Now you're
Because I already find you annoying.
not like
Makes
him.
it taste worse.
Ooh, is that a confession, Cerberus?
Is it a sin to think someone's annoying?
Mm,
It's a
If it
sin
is, then
to
yes.
some
discriminate
impatience,
a whole class of people.
impatience, intolerance.
Feminists.
You need absolution, Cerberus.
Do I? Okay, please continue.
Mhm.
Back door.
3 Our Fathers and a small donation shall suffice. Cerberus.
Huh.
And don't forget to come to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Unless you have to work, then you can meet on Saturday.
If I went to church, it certainly would not be on the wrong day.
Hey, a lot of people go to church on Saturday.
Yes.
Cerberus, you find me
Celebrate.
annoying?
Yeah.
Fucker.
I gotta put the phone down here for a minute and measure these up. I'll be back.
I find you annoying too, you dick.
That is entirely acceptable.
I must admit, I take pleasure in listening Cerberus be annoying to some other people. There is a certain pleasure I get out of it. Just-
Oh, you need
Hey,
absolution,
John,
John.
I
did
need
you
absolution.
at all understand what I was saying about value before, or no?
I better talk to the bishop.
John,
Yes, I'm sorry.
did you understand what I was saying about value before? That there's different types of value, and that when it wasn't. I think we were just talking about different types of value.
Oh, we're not going to go on that subject now, are we?
Oh, it's not an argue. It's not an. I just want to make sure you understand. Because I felt kind of bad about that. You know, but I really thought that John May was being a dick. To be honest with you, maybe I misperceived it. I don't know.
We're good.
Oh yeah, I was good right away after that with you.
That's okay. I know you weren't there, but I ended up beating John May like 3 times.
He's very brash in my opinion.
I still disagree with both of you, but that's okay.
No, you agreed with him. You disagreed with me.
Right. I didn't know both of you and Cerberus, I'm saying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's nominal value and there's intrinsic value. Nominal is relative. And nominal is kind of the reality that we live in, by the way. Intrinsic is kind of an ideal.
Can you explain the difference between nominal value and intrinsic value there again?
Nominal is relative. So what the discussion was this morning was that value. John, why don't you try it? Why don't you explain it?
The question was, is gold more? Well, I think I'm trying to get what John's made said that is gold more expensive in one country.
No, he said if the value of gold is the value of gold in Australia different than the value of gold in the United States? That's really what he said.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or he said if the value of gold is X in Australia, what is it in the United States?
Yeah, I don't know if he used Australia or if it was just one country over another.
Might have been. I don't remember.
Is gold the same price in one country over another? Is it more expensive in one country than in another country?
So he's talking monetary value then.
Yes, that's what we're
doesn't
talking.
apply.
Yeah, monetary value.
So it doesn't apply to other values then?
I don't think he was talking about monetary value.
No, we were because it was kind of talking about currencies and stuff like that.
Then it really is nominal. It can't be intrinsic.
I don't know if I want to get into this again.
It's a difficult concept to grasp. It's always been tough for me to grasp, and I've always studied a lot of economics, and even so, I still have a hard time with that. But because there's totally different ways of looking at it.
Well, this is how I guess I'm looking at it. This is, I think, how John May was looking at it. Okay. Let me ask you a question. If a dollar is worth, if an Australian dollar, which is I think about 80 cents in U.S. currency dollar, right? Say now, if I ask you, how many Australian dollars can I get for 10 U.S. dollars?
Whatever somebody will give you is what I would answer.
But
Sure, it's close to 10.
I already told you the currency is 80 cents on the dollar.
Oh,
But the currency is not law. The currency is what is a value. It's an agreed upon value at a given time.
Oh.
That's the point.
Well, it changes every day, the exchange rate. I mean,
It changes every day.
Okay.
Actually, it changes throughout the day. But
yeah,
it also
continuum.
is value. Value is the intrinsic value is the 80 cents.
All right, for any given moment, then the price of gold's gonna be the same.
No, it's not.
If I just take the same moment
It's whatever somebody will give you. If you look at an exchange, see, if you look on a market, there's different markets that dictate different values at a given time. Gold isn't worth one thing at a certain time either.
That's what I was trying to explain to them, that all the different markets around the world that trade in metals all have their own price
Yeah.
for these things.
But the price to me, a price of an ounce of gold is a price of an ounce of gold.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have an ounce of gold, you can trade it for an ounce of gold.
Right, exactly.
If you have an Armageddon, though, then gold would
I
be
can't
different.
expect to pay the same monetary value any place I go in the world for an ounce of gold at a given time.
Hey,
No, the ounce of gold is not worth as the same as the ounce of gold.
yeah, after an Armageddon or something like that, ounce of gold would be worth, say, mooch or nothing. It'd be food or something that'd be worth a lot. You could
Well, it would
say
be whatever you can get for it.
Yeah, because if I
Whatever
had an
somebody
ounce
will
of
give you for
gold,
it is what it's worth.
you can't get
Well, some-
anything, Rubo, if nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it, but that's what value is. It's what you can is what how badly people want it.
If I pay it that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not seeing. I understand what you're saying, but maybe you're not. Maybe
If
I'm
the
not.
price of gold, if the price of an ounce of gold is $1,000 in the United
Right.
States,
Mm-hmm.
and
That'd be
it's
say
$1,200.
$800 in Australian
Let me
dollars.
finish what I'm saying, please. I'm going to explain
Okay.
it. If it's $1,000 in the United States and it's 1,200 Australian dollars, that's the price of gold for the exchanges, that the markets that the gold is being traded in. But if
Okay.
I am on the street and you come up to me and say, "Hey, listen, I got an ounce of gold. How much will you give it to me?" I don't have to go to the I'm not bound to pay what the markets are saying is the value.
Yeah, and that'll be between them two. It depends. One person might need money really bad, so they might even sell their gold for what the market is dictating at that moment.
Or
know.
they would sell it for less than the market is dictating, maybe.
That's what I just said.
But see,
So that
here's
it's not. But the point is that when you guys were saying that an ounce of gold is worth the same thing, no, it's nominally it is not worth the same thing. It is. It could be, but it isn't necessarily. And that's what John May kept trying to say, and he's wrong.
and this was the point I kept on trying to say. If you have the solid piece of gold, you can go around the world and use the solid piece of gold, but you can't actually trade the gold in your hand on the markets. All the stuff you trade on the markets is certified and stamped and is held somewhere, and you basically just exchange as stock.
Right,
So-
and that's why I was talking about the quality of the product also. There's different grades of gold.
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about the same piece of gold. I mean, the only difference I'm seeing, like you say, an Australian, like we have like an American Eagle gold coin, right?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much a standard gold coin. They mint those here, and Australia they do the same. And
Okay.
so if I want, I mean, the only difference I'm seeing is if I want an Australian coin, I might be paying a higher premium, just like the Australians might pay a little bit higher premium for an American coin. But besides that, I'm on the assumption that there's somewhat of a standard. They're looking to see what the price of gold is at any moment.
Not
So-
not globally. There's not a standard.
I don't know,
I mean,
John May. I mean, I'm just going by what John May says. I didn't look into it. He
That's why
says
I was trying to
everything's
tell you that John
exchanged.
May's full of
Everything's
shit.
exchanged through ounces and through the exchange, but that that has nothing to do with how I'm my argument.
Yeah, and John May was
Yeah,
trying
I
to
mean,
make the
John
case.
just totally wouldn't listen to a single word out of my mouth. He got angry the second I disagreed. Excuse me. The second I disagreed with him, and he happens to be wrong.
And John May was trying to make the case that the U.S. was the center point for all gold trade because it was in ounces, but he was neglecting to mention that it's not the kind of ounces we use; it's troy ounces.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why I was so aggravated, because he not only got angry and told me I was wrong, he started yelling at me. He was just like Rob. He really was like Rob this morning. That's how I saw
Well, the only
it.
thing I can say, I mean, I would think that John would have a little bit more experience in this area, being a jeweler for 30 years, and so I'm not relying on him. I'm just saying that
It's not about the metal though. It's about the economics. It has nothing to do with the metal itself. We're talking about any commodity.
Because what I'm seeing is again, I mean, very simply, that if an ounce of gold is $1,000, if I go to a dealer, if I go on any website where you buy gold, right? Forget about private in between people. I'm talking about like I go on a site, someone
That's
deals it,
fine.
whatever. Okay, there's a certain number they're going by. They're going by what's on the stock market, whatever not. But for any moment, so say if gold is $1,000, so they know they can at least sell it for that amount of money plus whatever premiums and stuff. But there's $1,000 now. If $1,000 gets me 800 Australian dollars, right? How I'm seeing is that in Australia, an ounce of gold is
No, it's where
about
he's buying the
$800.
gold. It's where you buy. You're getting one. The price of gold, it varies everywhere around the world at all the time.
But I'm saying, but is it such a large thing? Is it just a matter of, I don't even know.
It's contingent on where
Commodities
you're
are
at.
not set at a global price. So even if you both go, if he goes to the same dealer and the dealer says to you it's 1,000 American dollars, and he just goes to the exchange to get 1,000 American dollars, that's one thing. But that's not what value is.
Yeah, like a good example here in America, copper is at we think copper is actually really high, but it's actually incredibly low. The Chinese send officials over here to go through scrap yards and get copper.
Okay.
Because let's say
To
if the
them, the
United
value
States,
is much
yeah,
higher.
and
Frank?
no, like I was going to say, if let's say what the example Cerberus was saying, like let's say if the United States had a shortage of copper, then the value of copper changes. You see what I'm saying? The less of a commodity that's actually needed around the world.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that totally. Supply
So
and demand.
it always fluctuates, you know.
I guess I'm just looking at it just for
I think you're looking at it very static.
for that
Yeah.
one
Right.
moment there,
Yeah, you
time.
know.
I'm
But
just saying
even
for
for
that
that
one
moment in
moment.
time, you're right.
Because it's
In
not
that
going to vary
moment,
so much where I can go to another country and get gold super cheap. I mean, you think it's going
Oh,
to vary that much?
yeah, you could. The
But
contingent on
I mean,
what
in their
day.
market. I'm not talking about like again personal.
I don't know how much the markets vary.
But see,
Like
here's the thing. You can't take, cause, okay, there's rules against exporting and importing gold to lots of countries. But in theory, you could physically move gold from place to place. You won't get market value for it anywhere. But you can't actually take your stock holdings in gold from one market to another. They're closed off from each other.
Yeah, I don't really understand what John was trying to say, to be honest.
I got to a similar argument about something dealing with economics, and I think we went back and forth for a while, actually. I'm trying to remember what it was.
For me, the concept of nominal value is difficult. It's like when they
It
talk
was
about
about value,
GDP, and they talk about the gross and the net. To me, even that is hard for me to grasp. Economics can be very complicated, and very the meanings can really be dramatically different.
We had the same argument, actually, now I remember. It was about value. It was about the same thing. And he actually referenced that, his job was basically he was a jewelry dealer or something like that. And
I wonder if it's the same guy.
is John May? No, it was him. Yeah, we had the same type of argument.
Yeah, John May doesn't.
How
Yeah,
long
it was
ago?
the same guy who's
This was
arguing
like
with everybody, and what an idiot! I'm sorry.
2 months ago. We were talking about value. The same freaking line. I was like, this sounds very deja vu-ish.
Yeah.
That's funny. The same guy. You got to remember, at the time that when you guys talked to him, he's probably drunk, hammered at the time.
Yeah, he was hammered.
Yeah. So, and he's got the experience, right? So, you just agree with him, maybe.
No, I wasn't letting that go.
No.
No, I did not let it go. We stood for like a good hour and a half.
I think he's talking about something specific and not distinguishing it. Not
Yeah.
distinguishing what he's really trying to explain.
No, it's not because of his experience. He generalizes throughout everything.
Well,
Like,
right, a jeweler would know that he buys supplies at a price that changes, and then he goes to a specific supplier based on the most advantageous price for him.
Well, he wasn't like a jeweler. He was more like a pawn shop jeweler, if I remember correctly. So his profit came from undercutting and then reselling, and not really from like buying raw and then making things.
Okay, so he wasn't a jeweler. He was a dealer.
Yeah.
I don't
He was a
know.
broker.
I don't want to make assumptions here. I'd rather have him speak for himself.
Yeah, pawn shop might not be giving him enough credit. Like, I'm pretty sure his...
Look, so if he has a jewelry store, but he doesn't make the jewelry, then he's a salesman. I mean, I get that. I understand it. But even it doesn't even matter.
With pawn shops.
It sort of doesn't even matter.
In fact,
I mean, if he was buying supplies and making jewelry or not, I would think that he would understand that there's distinctions of types of value. That's what I don't get.
Okay, I'm reading from
I just invited Fiction Fighter.
Investopedia.
He just keeps commenting.
Investopedia should be pretty good.
Watching
actually.
us.
Okay. Yeah, they give me a definition of economic value. The worth of a good or service as determined by people's preferences and the trade-offs they choose to make given their scarce resources, or the value the market places on an item. Economic value is represented by the maximum amount a consumer is willing to pay for an item in a free market economy, or the amount of time an individual will sacrifice waiting to obtain a government-rationed good in a socialist economy. In contrast, market value represents the minimum amount a consumer will pay. Economic value thus often exceeds market value. How people choose to spend their income and their time determines a good or service's economic value. Economic value is not static, but changes when the price or quality of similar items change, just like what you guys are saying. For example, if the price of milk increases, people may not only buy less milk, but also less cereal. Another use for economic value is weighing the merits of college degrees in different disciplines. While there is a general consensus that a college degree has more economic value than a high school diploma, some college degrees have a higher economic value than others. He gives you an example of that. But this last paragraph says, today most economists believe economic value is subjective, that it depends on individual preferences. But notable past economists such as Karl Marx believed economic value was objective, that the value of a good was determined by the value of labor used to make it, not by what people were willing to pay for the finished product.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's kind of a fair... I mean, I agree with Marx on lots of shit, which kind of makes me a communist. But I have a similar idea, is that it does have an objective value, but it's not what everyone goes on. It's what it can be used for. Like the raw materials, like gold's a great conductor. It doesn't react, so it doesn't rust. It reflects heat very well. It mixes with aluminum well. There you go.
Too expensive to put in electronics on.
And what are you talking about? It's in your computer right now.
I mean, if you can use when they use silver or something else as a conductive, or copper, which is most common, you're not going to put wiring in your house, even though it's.
I mean, your computer uses copper, but it uses gold for basically every
and silver.
friction lock.
Yeah,
Like,
Indians or ancestors and stuff, they definitely use gold. Like,
Mhm.
you need such a small amount, right?
Yeah.
there's whole industries. Most of them I think are in California actually, but they ship in old computer parts. They tear off the gold pieces, run them through an acid bath, and reclaim the gold, and they make a bunch of money.
And the other thing too, like let's say they're using gold now, they're probably somebody's gonna find a material that actually could do it a lot better. Thus, the price of gold will fluctuate. It will not be as needed if they find something else in order to replace that. That's something that's more effective and more cheaper. So there's, keeps changing. Like you was reading, it's not static at all. It's really contingent upon really the needs of society.
It'll have to be just as shiny too, Frank.
And shiny things.
It'll have to be pretty.
Well, shiny things attract.
Shiny things conduct.
When they conduct.
Shiny things do conduct.
Yeah. So I mean, look at lead, right?
Like, see, the only I don't know if gold is the most. I think gold's main attribute is that it doesn't corrode. Because silver and copper are both more conductive, but silver and copper have a huge reaction rate. In fact, silver is a really common catalyst for a chemical reaction.
Yeah, you won't get a gold oxide, basically. It doesn't oxidize. Tarnish or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's like aluminum. You can get it to oxidize, but you have to run it through an extremely hot process.
Really? I didn't know aluminum.
Yeah, you can force oxidize it, but it won't oxidize sitting out in the air.
Yeah, there's aluminum silicates out there for sure. There's no gold to oxidize, like gold bound with oxygen. Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, oxidize may be the wrong word, but I know there's things that it binds with. You can force it to bind with.
Hey, you
No,
guys, who
oxidize
was
is
it
the right
that
word.
said Eureka? I've got it. What was it?
That was Pythagoras,
Pythagoras? Okay.
if I remember.
I thought it might have. Go ahead.
All the metals are compared against. All the metals are compared against silver for conductivity.
Yep, silver is the most conductive.
Mm.
The only problem is when you run things through it, it gets hot and it instantly reacts with the air.
I knew it was more than copper. I wasn't sure if it was more than gold. Yeah.
Well, I'm a silverman, so I think I would know.
A silversmith.
No, I'm a silverman.
Oh,
That's my last
Eric,
name.
Right, Silverman.
I don't know.
Well, I'm very conductive
Yeah, like,
and hot.
okay, this may seem, well, it's not really racist. This may seem wrong, but really, there's the idea out there of the greedy Jew, and all you guys having last names with precious metals in them seems like a bad move.
It's not our it wasn't. No, it's the bastardization of the names when they came to Ellis Island.
Okay.
Some of it is. Like my family's name. Ready for this? My family's name in Poland was Fielko. How they got Silverman, I have no idea.
Oh, so the people at Ellis Island were racist bastards.
Yeah, they were naming
Silverstein.
Oh, Silverstein. Goldman.
Right. Well, there's a lot of Zielbermans. It's a Z, in Europe that were called Silverman here.
Are you wearing sunglasses in the dark there, Eric?
No, wearing my glasses.
I have a question in the Q&A.
All right.
I don't know. Does anybody know CEH Beach?
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is or she is.
He.
They're asking, why the hell am I here?
Oh, Steve
You're here to
is here.
confess.
Now I don't know. Are you talking about why you're here in this chat, or why you here? Why you got invited, or Why are you just here in general? You're looking for the meaning of life?
You're here to confess.
Yeah.
You here to make me a sandwich?
Yes,
Damn.
Sea Beach did an interesting video to Raul. Do you guys know who Raul is?
No.
Atheism Defended.
No. Don't know
Hey,
Raul.
Raul's a mess.
Raul?
Yeah. He's out to try and humiliate everybody. To expose us.
Exposed who?
Everybody.
Expose who and for what for?
Yeah.
And for everything.
He just wants to be an exposer?
He's the exposer. Raul the exposer.
The exposer. You ever expose himself?
Oh,
Probably, I would not be surprised.
No.
He's
Kazum
exposed more of
himself the other day.
He's probably exposed more of himself than he has. Exposed
telling the
more of
truth?
himself than he realizes.
Are you telling the truth, Eric?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he'll be
SC
great for
Beach.
this show.
SC Beach.
Because lying is a sin, Eric.
I lie, but not to
Well,
you guys.
it depends.
Do not bear false witness against your neighbor.
Yeah, we got some real characters on Google Plus.
Yes.
And the thing is, they're probably no different than off of Google Plus.
We're
Which means we're all fucked up.
We're all characters. Yeah. We're all messed up a little bit. We all got issues.
Yeah, just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Just matter.
Cerberus's issue is that he finds me annoying.
No,
That's okay. I find everyone annoying. I find Jello annoying, and I hang out with him all the time.
Oh, I like Cello.
And Eric, your issue is that Cerberus saying that you annoy
with me.
him annoys you.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, water off the duck's back there, Eric. And Frank, especially when you're talking to a drunk, somebody who's drunk. Let's put it that way.
Sea Beach is probably drunk. He often is. I think his mom is ill, if I remember correctly.
It's like your
I
dad.
think he might. I don't remember.
Wow, it's 2 in the morning already.
Is it really? What time is it? It's
Well,
1
here-
here then. Oh
yeah,
no,
East-
it must be 2 there too. Oh no,
Here it's
coming down-
midnight. There's a lot of traffic on the
Yeah,
road
it's
for
one.
midnight.
Is 2 in the morning here the same value as 1 in the morning over there?
Yeah. No. Well, you know, don't forget tomorrow night you turn the clocks back.
Oh, when is that?
Tomorrow.
I get an
Tomorrow.
extra hour tomorrow.
Oh, I'd like to say Happy New Year's.
In Canada too?
I don't know. I assume so.
Really?
There are a few places in the world that will not change their clock, I
In
think.
the United States, there's some places
Yeah.
that doesn't change. In Arizona, parts of Arizona,
Mm.
and parts of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
Wait,
of a
is
crazy concept.
Yeah, no wonder why. I kind of like the fall change. Gives you an extra hour. The spring change, I don't mind because it's nice and warm. Summer's coming.
I hate that it gets dark so early. That's the problem
Yeah.
for me.
I know. That's why the change is good. It adds a little bit of light to the day.
Just leave it the fuck alone.
You don't leave it the fuck alone because you're supposed to like the people that feed you food. And
What
that's
they
what
used to
you're
do
there
is
for.
supposedly for farming reasons.
Well,
I
the
think.
thing is, I saw an interesting documentary the other day. I think the title of the show is "How Did We Get Here Now?" And
Is that the Morgan Freeman thing?
no, it was like on I don't even know what channel it was. I think it was like one of those public broadcasting channels. like a PBS, but it wasn't. I don't know, or maybe it was just an independent channel. I don't know. I really don't know. I just caught it, and they were talking about how how time has changed our lifestyle over the years, and have when watches got invented and all this, a whole slew of stuff. So, and that yeah, I mean, we got leap seconds and leap years, but I think what they were trying to say is that before there was clocks and watches, I mean, you were going by sunrise and sunset. I mean, that was the work, right? The farmer was mostly before the Industrial Revolution. It was all agricultural, so they worked from sun up, sundown, and that all changed with you know watches, time, and the Industrial Revolution coming in. Being on the clock, and everything changed from that point on.
Yeah.
Well, not entirely. Most farmers still work from sunup to sundown.
Yes, but this whole thing
And
of
kill people at
changing the
minute.
hour and stuff like that is we're
The
really
changing
doing.
the hour is to make it so businesses open at a good time for the farmers. Essentially.
Well, it works for everybody else too, because other places I go don't have lights. In case you noticed, I have to carry around a flashlight. So I like the extra daylight. It really helps.
It helps if your day starts early, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys know the Lions are playing in London this weekend? They're talking about having, like, in 2 or 3 seasons, an NFL team in London. Can you imagine all the travel? That would suck. What if you're an California team and you have to play against London one week and Seattle the next?
Well, they're traveling all the time, sports teams.
Yeah, but not like that.
Especially football, like.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do. I heard about that 2 years ago. Still a bad idea.
I think it's a great idea. We need to rid the world of soccer. Not that I like football, but
You might even enhance soccer because of it.
Well, I think that there's a couple of rugby players that might be going into the NFL. That should be kind of interesting. Or Australian rules.
Remember years back the XFL they tried?
I remember the XFL. Hey, I remember the USFL.
Hey, I remember the CFL.
I remember the WFL.
Hey, they're still playing the CFL, right?
Supposedly.
I'm trying to
but,
get.
we should probably stick to hockey.
Yeah, because when I went up to Canada, I was trying to get like a CFL jersey and I couldn't find it. It was all NFL.
Yeah, I don't know if it's around. I don't really pay attention to sports at all, but we should.
There's some differences. In the CFL, they only have 3 downs instead of 4.
Yes, we gotta play in the snow.
And the field is wider and longer, and there's less players on defense than offense.
Man, you follow sports there, Eric.
Dude, I grew up being a jock.
Yeah, right.
I did. I played high school basketball.
I find that hard to believe.
Why?
I would like to see some changes to hockey, though.
I'm a terrific athlete, dude.
You don't seem
Huh?
jockish. Jockish now. Of course, I guess that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I always played sports.
We're crossing over a river. On a bridge, anyway.
Okay, Yuri, you're from Canada. What's the chances of just getting rid of the sticks and making hockey sort of a team fist fighting sport.
It's not going to happen.
It's like the only reason a lot of people watch it, you know, it's for the fights.
They are trying to slowly wean it out.
The sticks are the
They're not
fighting, because
Unless they're spontaneous, though. You know, like if they're spontaneous and the guys get mad, then it's interesting. But if they're just fighting, punching, well, then it's just boxing. Boring.
Did you guys ever see the movie Slapshot?
A long time ago. That was with
Paul Newman.
that was the 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
That is a fucking hilarious movie.
But correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there people on the team that are hired specifically to fight?
No, they're hired to enforce. But they're, yes, to answer your question, yes and no.
Like, how are you going to wean it out of the sport when there are people hired specifically to punch other people?
You change the rules. You make the penalty greater for the behavior you're trying to remove.
I know, but that's like saying, you know, we don't like the idea that that people can tackle. Oh, but all these people were hired to tackle. Well, we're changing the rules.
Well, it's not really a skill though. That's the thing. It's more of a role.
Have they changed the rules of rugby over the years?
I don't know. I know nothing about rugby.
I mean, if any sport...
I think it's fine if they change the rules. I mean, sports got to evolve with everything else. With the times. Like, if, let's say we had, like, a gladiator show or something, right?
Right, I know. They didn't know years ago that playing football, you might possibly get hurt.
Yeah. You might need sport.
Back when they had the leather helmet?
I think people got hurt less. I think it's the fact because of that helmet, people get hurt.
Well, also, I think the athletes are far faster than they used to be, and they're far bigger, much bigger.
Yeah.
But I think if you let them play without the pads and the freaking helmet, I think less people will get hurt.
Well, they would play differently, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's like you have in rugby.
Yeah, I think rugby players suffer less injuries.
I think that they suffer different injuries as well.
That'd be a stat to look up.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, you are here to hurt yourself for my amusement. And if you don't like that, you shouldn't have got into it in the first place.
Exactly. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
All right, I'm paying you good bucks. You better get hurt well.
Yeah.
My
knee.
Guys, this
That's
is
the only reason
Kobe
why.
Bryant's last season, you guys.
That's the only reason why I watch like NASCAR. I just want to see it crash.
You know what? They used to be really bad crashes. They're not even bad anymore.
I'll crash and then you'll see
Well,
it.
like in the Indy races, Spider Savage, I think he's the guy that died. Listen, I was at an NFL football game when I was a kid, and one of the players died on the field.
Wow.
Died. How did he die? Injured?
He had a heart attack, actually. His name was Chuck Hughes.
That's kind of weird.
We didn't know that it happened on the field. You know, they took him off and on a stretcher. I was like 7 years old.
Yeah,
this was a long time ago.
Yeah, too much cocaine back then.
Well, it might not be that.
You think so? No.
I mean, that's how most firefighters die. Heart failure. Because they overexert themselves.
God, if you guys saw the Chicago cops.
From overexertion.
Those guys overexert themselves picking up a donut and putting it in their mouth. They are so fat.
Hey, they went through cadet training, though. They
There's
can do
some
that training
Chicago,
that I couldn't do.
There's some Chicago police officers. There's no way they could chase anybody. There's absolutely no way.
I think once a month, to keep cops in shape, we need to take away all their weapons and then hire a guy to chase them around on foot, hitting them with a club. So that way they have to run away.
Something. In the major cities, some of the police officers, because the unions are so strong, the officers' unions are so strong that nobody gets fired. You have to do something wrong as opposed to having like a health thing standard.
Like, oh god. There's this cop that used to be, well, in the county that my fire department's in. And he was so fucking annoying. Oh god. I just remember telling him to sit his fat ass down before his knees buckled and I had to carry him away.
I feel better talking to you guys tonight. Thank you.
No, thank you. I feel worse.
Now you're gonna make him feel bad again.
Fuck you. I don't care.
Now, Frank.
I needed to say that. It's just like it
now I'm
was
gonna
a
have to
perfect
add
opportunity.
Now, for penance, I'm gonna have to add a few more Our Fathers for you.
Oh man.
A couple of Hail Marys.
God damn it.
Some, a little bit larger donation, and then you'll be good with God. You'll be good with the church.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still a godfather, right?
And with that, I'm gonna close I'm gonna close this confessional right now, because I have a meeting with the bishops and the cardinal.
I just want to say real quick, that doesn't really seem like a punishment. Shouldn't it be like, go punch the Jesus?
Go punch the Jesus out of someone?
Yeah, like, you've committed a sin, now you have to go punch Jesus.
I wonder whatever came of that guy that simulated getting a blowjob from Jesus, the statue.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Is this how I'm gonna hang out? This is how I'm gonna end this confessional?
I wonder whatever happened to him, because he got like...
Oh, my brother. You haven't...
I don't remember.
Oh.
Jesus liked it.
Yeah.
You're risking hell for that one, Eric.
Did anybody say that that's a statue? That it's not real?
And he did no damage to it. He
Yeah,
caused
he did.
no damage at all. And he was like going to go to jail.
Holy crap.
You should have told the news team that Jesus asked him to do it.
You shouldn't say that he's part of some religion and this is what he does.
Yeah.
On a daily basis. I don't know. It's
I'm a female nun. I'm married to Jesus. Or a male nun.
Yeah, that's true. How come males can't become nuns?
Because they're married to God. And God's a man.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean,
I thought,
in
wow.
the circles I was in, you didn't, it was like this idea of being married to Christ was for both genders, in a sense. Because you're the bride, the church is considered the bride of Christ.
But that would make Jesus bisexual.
I know it's very complicated, my son. That's why you have to come to catechism.
That's right. Jesus can't commit sin because he's God. He can fuck whoever he wants.
No, everything Jesus does is not a sin. That's the way to look at it.
He really seems to like the Africans a whole lot.
Yeah.
He's fucking them real good, isn't he?
Loves them, man.
It's not Jesus doing that. That's God's work.
Stop blaming Jesus.
So Jesus has nothing to do with that, huh?
Well, no. Jesus doesn't control God. God controls Jesus.
I thought they were the same.
father and son thing.
Guys, I gotta go to sleep. I hope you have a great time tonight.
Oh, Eric, man, you have a good night. It's
Eric,
always good.
man, get some rest and
Yeah, thanks again, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
thanks for
problem.
confessing there,
wish,
Eric.
wish your dad well.
Yeah, me too.
I just got home here.
Mm. Well, I'm going to take this off air.
It was on air this whole time. Come on, John.
Yes, it was. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? You should have known that.
Well, yes, yeah, I didn't really pay attention.
Oh, well,
So, I guess we
it's
got
not
on
my
here.
responsibility.
What an idea. On-air confessions.
I hope you liked it. It was a
Who's
little
gonna do
bit
that?
of a gag, even though, we trying to keep it lighthearted. Something a little different.
I wonder.
Halloween
I
coming,
wonder. Does Jesus call God Daddy when they go to Bone Town?
Just let John, close the hangout first. Let him say goodbye. Then ask those questions.
Yes, we'll talk about that. If you want to join the conversation, we'll put the link in the event page now if you want, and invite whoever. Just try to keep it civil to everyone out there. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Good day. We'll see you Halloween Thursday night. Halloween. Don't forget, 10 o'clock. Bring your costume and be on cam.